Welcome, softball fans, to W7 Radio. We are out here again for the WIA Division IV State Championship, perched high atop our hill, and we've had some fans join us from the Mishicot group. Our student section out here today, glad to see they can come out. They got some googly eyes and some princess tiaras, crazy sunglasses, Mishicot pride flag, all sorts of stuff going on. So
all in, baby. We are all in for a gold ball here to follow up the basketball. And back here again a few months later, live on W7. Wouldn't have it any other way. We've got all the way from like 3U up to JV here.
3U, we got 3U now. Awesome. Does that include your daughter, Andy?
Yeah, that's probably the 3U.
That's probably the 3U. All right. Well, ladies, hey, we know you're fighting for some seats up there, so we'll let you get back to that. Fight for some seats, be loud and proud, and represent us well up there, all right?
Hey, give me a big go Mishicot on 2. 1, 2.
Go Mishicot!
All right. And hopefully if you are not at the Diamond, you are down with our friends down at the Detour.
The Detour.
I know Gary Whipperman himself was going to come up and
he may
look at the
chime in with a couple live updates from there.
Comment from there and things like that. So hopefully you're watching down there if you didn't make it out to the Ball Diamond. We took the risk. We put the tent just aside. I think we're going to escape the rain today. We do see some dark clouds off in the distance, though, so we may have to throw it up. But we will be with you here from now until the conclusion when hopefully Mishicot hoists a gold ball at the end of this contest here today.
Again, big thanks to all of our sponsors along the way here on this ride with W7's been able to bring ever since the regional final game, the 2 sectional games. So a big shout out to Terry Risch, Indian Diamond Club, Detour, Lake Effect Fury,
and Premium Laminations. That group, yeah. So great having the support of them.
Detour will have the game on live, the video feed and the audio feed from W7.
Get that from us. So just looking out here, teams are getting ready to take the field. It should be Mishicot first, I believe, will take the field. They'll have 5 minutes, then followed by Juda Albany.
And due to the upset, Juda Albany over the 1 seed Blair Taylor, Mishicot actually secures the home field advantage, if you will, here. They will be the home team for this championship ball game.
Yeah, you know, looking back over the record, season record coming into this one, Andy, Juda Albany 14-6. They pick up the win here earlier today over Blair Taylor, so that improves them to 15-6. Conference record 10-5 overall. Third place in their conference.
And Argyle was actually the conference champions in that conference.
Yep. So looking down their lineup today, Andy, they are going to go with number 12, Anna Skumal, number 24, Sierra Davis, number 5, Brianna Dahl, number 2, Alana Durchie. We had her on after their upset. Freshman came in, had some big outs in the first game when they got in a little bit of trouble. So see if she will make another appearance on the mound today for them. Number 8, Tamaya Johnson. Batting 6 will be number 22, Avery Briggs. Number 38, Gracie Freitag. 17, Emily Dahlman. And number 7, Katie Nosbaum will be the 9 batter and turn things back over to the top. For our Mishicot Indians, their lineup, nothing changes from earlier today. Garceau at short, Doki at third, who is having one heck of a postseason tournament, as well as one heck of a day. Taylor Weeger doing the catching duties, batting third. Caitlin Callahan will be at first base, one of the 3 freshmen in the lineup. Number 8, Callie Krieger, controlling center field and keeping right and left field under control. Number 11, Cora Stadola at second base. She had a nice grab on a throw from Doki that potentially kept a run off the board that would have tied the game up. Ashlyn Bennon will be back in the circle for the Lady Indians doing the pitching duties. Cora Nelson, the designated player, the 3rd freshman in the lineup to go along with Callahan and Stadola. Allie McCardle will be in left field, and in right field, the flex player will be number 5, Valerie Driscoll. So that will be the defensive lineup. That's what Coach Shimmick has chosen to run out here today and put their best foot forward to trade that silver ball in from 2019 for a nice shiny gold one in the case.
And you look at that defensive setup for Mishicot, they were really rock solid in that 2-1 victory here earlier today. You probably had an error on Garceau early, and the senior came up big down the stretch. Of course, we've talked immensely about Maddie Doki and the defensive stretch tear, I should say, she is on. And the outfield played really well. Valerie Driscoll with a few catches. Cherry Dr. Pepper with a few catches. Kind of a diving catch there early that stalled some momentum from Phillips earlier today. So if they can play well defensively.
Tightly contested ball game earlier today between Mishicot and Phillips. Just that 2-1 victory. Probably the cleanest game I've seen all year on both sides of the ball.
It was quick. We were done in just about an hour.
Yeah, I got the box score from that game, Andy, and I think there's a time on there.
Start time 10:20.
Start time was 10:20, and we were off the air at about 11:26. So, I mean, we're just over an hour on that game.
We were flying.
Yeah, very clean game played. And I think it's, once again, Andy, it's going to come down to, obviously, the bats of Mishicot, but it's going to be, can Juda Albany defensively, can they stay solid? That's the same thing that Phillips did. If they stay solid and they don't give up that big inning that we talked about in the first game, I think they'll be in this game right along with Mishicot.
And a lot of times that can be catapulted by an error. So if you make the plays that come to you, whether it's hit hard or it's a blooper, if you can make those defensive plays, then it's anyone's ball game. But if an error here can get to you for that big inning, then it could be the Mishicot Bats taking over here. But Juda Albany, no slouch themselves, a 7-4.
7-4 was the final. And, they only have actually 6 losses, 18-6 on the year coming in. So they only have those 6 losses, but 2 of them, looking back through the schedule here, Andy, were to
Argyle.
Okay. Argyle, who is their conference champion, and Barneveld. So, those tough matchups for them. And Barneveld, usually historically a good team. Argyle usually as well. So I think this is going to be a good one, Andy. I think a lot of people are thinking, that 4-2 matchup, but it was Juda Albany pulling off the upset over Blair Taylor earlier today. So you cannot take this team lightly, and I don't think they're just happy to be here. I think they are here, and they're here to take a gold ball back to the southern Wisconsin border with them.
You watch the warm-ups here, and they just look business-like. There's not a ton of smiles. It's, let's focus. We want that gold ball, and you got a good group here. I think we counted them up. We had 6 from the basketball team that did take gold over in lacrosse. W7 was happy to be a part of that. But there's girls here with the championship pedigree now, and they're looking to get it done here this afternoon at King Park.
Yeah, so Mishicot finishes their warm-ups. Juda Albany will take to the field for their 5 minutes. They have switched their jerseys.
They switched the jerseys. I noticed that. We got a little Florida Gator looking action now.
Yeah, purple and orange. They have purple and gold earlier.
Yes.
So
I think they had a white top with some purple gold trim.
Yep, it was very sharp looking, and these ones sharp as well. Black bottoms. They've got a blue body to them, orange numbers and trim, and a white outline on the number. I tell you what, the weather is starting to clear up here a little bit. I'm liking it, and I think the field is going to be in great condition. It drains well. We are going to be in for a good one, Andy.
I think so, too. Division IV championship ball game, Juda Albany and Mishicot. Following them will be Dodgeville and Prescott in the Division III championship.
Prescott fans were out here by our tent when we got back, and
they were a little excited. They were
excited for their team. Obviously, a thrilling 1-0 victory in 7 that they had to get to the state championship game this evening.
But like you said, Juda Albany comes out in their warm-ups. They look crisp. They are ready to play. We're going to have a good championship ball game here. WIAA Division IV. Juda Albany out of the Six Rivers East Conference. Again, they took 3rd in that conference. Argyle was your conference champion. But it looks to be a tough, battle-tested conference there.
And a couple things, Andy, just looking back at the box scores from earlier this afternoon, one thing to note, I mean, Juda Albany, 11 hits, 7 runs, those 3 errors, though. So, like we talked about, can they avoid those big errors and stay away from the big inning? Other hand for Mishicot, just 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 error for them. The 4 hits, though, here's the thing of note. 3, 4, 5, and 6, basically no hit.
Two of those 4 hits came from pitcher Ashlyn Bennon.
Yep, correct. Out of the 7 hole. So 2 through 6, no hit. Just 1 hit from Abby Garceau. That ended up being the game-winning RBI. 2 hits for Ashlyn Bennon, and then a bunt single from McCardle. So they really did not get good contact on the ball, but they got it when it mattered. So that's the thing. Will the bats be able to come back alive for the Indians today like they have for the majority of the season? Or will the duo from Juda Albany of Avery Briggs and Elena Durchi, will they be able to keep the bats quiet here of the Indians at the WIAA State Tournament? Hey, we'll take a quick break, and we will be back with you shortly. You are listening to WIAA State Softball on W7 Radio. For Andy Scarda, I'm Connor Du Bois. Stay with us. We'll be back for first pitch. All right, we are back live with you here at King Park for WIAA Division 4 State Final Softball. The teams have completed warm-ups. They are on their respective lines, and we will pause here and turn it over for the national anthem. Alrighty, national anthem is in the books. They will go through the lineups for each team. For Juda Albany, number 2, Alana Durchie. Number 4, Tamara Boss. Number 5, Brianna Dahl. Number 7, Katie Nussbaum. Number 8, Maya Johnson. Number 12, Anna Skumal. Number 15, Libby Jordan. Number 17, Emily Dahlman. Number 18, Allison Reiner. Number 20, Jackie Nussbaum. Number 22, Avery Briggs. Number 24, Sierra Davis. And number 28, Gracie Freitag. Head coach of the Juda Albany Panthers is Mr. Bill Davis, who has a career record of 217 wins and 91 losses in 12 years. For your Mishicot Indians, it will be number 3, Allie McCardle. Number 4, Taylor Uyghur. Number 5, Valerie Driscoll. Number 6, Ashlyn Bennon. Number 7, Maddie Doki. Number 8, Callie Krieger. Number 9, Abby Garso. Number 10, Maddie Willems. Number 11, Cora Stadola. Number 12, Courtney Wood. Number 14, Caitlin Callahan. Number 15, Cassie Herrera. And number 16, Cora Nelson. I believe I missed number 13, Josie Wood. Head coach of the Mishicot Indians is Dawn Shimmick. She's assisted by Becky Armbruster and Mr. John Bailey. Now we got a little wind, so we will try to limit that on the feedback if at all possible, so we don't get that going on. As you said, Mishicot will be the home team today, so they take to the field first. Ashlyn Bennon in the circle. Taylor Uyghur behind the plate. That will be your battery for the Lady Indians. Left to right on the outfield, Allie McCardle, Callie Krieger, and Valerie Driscoll. From third to first, it's Maddie Doki, Abby Garceau, Cora Stadola, and Caitlin Callahan. Cora Nelson is your designated player. Well, Andy, we have arrived at another WIA State Championship game, and it feels good to be back.
We We are here and we are ready. Familiar spot for Mishicot. End of February, taking home the gold in basketball. Looking to do the same here in softball. They are ready to go. They will be the home team. So defense on the first frame here, top of the first. And just about set to go for first pitch. The team collects in the infield. Bennon's done with our warm-ups. And we are set to go live on W7 Radio, bringing it to you. Mishicot, Juda, Albany finals here. Ready to play for a gold ball, ladies and gentlemen. Again in that.
Leading off for Juda, Albany, number 12, Anna Stoll.
You're watching Mishicot Softball on W7.
In that Florida Gator uniform, the blue with the orange trim, Juda Albany leading things off for them. Anna Skumal.
So Bennon starts the same way she kind of started the last game. First pitch ball, but quickly back in the count 1-1 with that foul.
Again, number 12, Anna Skumal in for Juda Albany to lead things off. Nice framework there from Taylor Weeger, the senior catcher. It's a 1-2 count now to the Juda Albany leadoff. Mishicot looks comfortable just settling into their game plan here. They've played pretty rock-solid defense overall. There's a ball high, 2-2 count now to Skumal.
Wind is blowing out to kind of just the right center field. Not straight out to center field, but just a little bit of a crosswind.
Yep,
See
not
if that
too
comes
heavy,
in. Let's see if that comes into play here today at all.
but enough. Enough of a win. Missing on that pitch is Bennon. It's a full count now to Skumal. The center fielder for this afternoon. The sea of orange is packed in the bleachers. We've got some overflow back here to the right of us. There's the pitch, fouling it off. Staying alive is Skumal. Will come again at full.
We'll see how this plays out. The Indians haven't played a lot of doubleheaders this year. This is just probably they were in that a couple tournaments where they played 2 or 3, but that was a while ago.
You know, and could that mix in, possibly get into some trouble? We'll see how quick Coach Simic would be willing to go to the number 2, almost a 1B here in Coristadola, the freshman.
That's if Ashlyn would run into any trouble.
She's been rock solid throughout the playoffs, but she'll go lead-off walk here to Skumal. Nice at-bat from her, fouls a few off, draws the walk, and Juda Albany's got a base runner on here in the top of the first.
And that's one thing Ashlyn did very well in the earlier matchup today against Phillips. She did not have any walks. She fell behind a couple of batters, but she was able to battle back and force the batters to put the ball in play to her strong defense.
Stepping in now for Juda Albany, Sierra Davis. Bunt attempt, fired down. Stadola, nice stretch. They get the out at 1 and keep the runner at second. And Skumal, nice looking defensive play there. Doki over to Stadola, who, as we referenced earlier, it's kind of nice to have that taller frame at second base on a bunt coverage like that.
And it was very nice to see both Abby Garceau at third and Allie McCardle crashing in on the backside for a
potential
backup.
first to third there.
Correct. An excellent job movement here early for the Indians.
Brianna Dahl in the box now, number 5 for Juda Albany. She'll take strike 1. 0-1 count on her, 1 out in the inning. Skumal is the runner at second for Juda Albany. Check swing. Blue says either she went or it's a called strike. Either way, it's 0-2 count now for Bennon.
1 hit and a run and 4 plate appearances for
Brianna Dahl, the shortstop.
Garceau goes back, but it's the taller Stadola reaching up over the top of her cousin Abby and hauling that one in.
Yeah, she calls her older cousin off and says, "Hey, I'm going to take this one, Abigail."
Abby gives her a little glove pat there and probably says, "Thank you. I don't think I would have got that over my outstretched glove hand there."
Nice looking play there from Coristadola. 2 outs in the inning. And Bennon starts with a ball 1. 1-0 count now at the plate is Alana Dorchi, number 2. third baseman.
One run and a hit for her as well in the semifinal matchup earlier today.
Swings through one, evens a count at 1. 1-1 count, 2 outs here, top of the first. Runner on second is Skumal, who drew the base on balls, was moved over via the sac bunt. That pitch is upstairs. Bennon, really attentive, gets that ball back, checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch over to second. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Driscoll.
I think you give up the run there.
Yeah, and she will fire into Callahan. They will keep Dortchy at first, but an RBI and an early run for Juda Albany as they strike in the top of the first. So again, you referenced it, Connor. No walks in that first outing. You draw one here, and that's the first run of the ball game for Juda Albany.
Those leadoff walks usually tend to hurt you. They, feel like 8 or 9 times out of 10 they do come around and score.
At the plate now for Juda Albany, number 8, Maya Johnson.
So still 2 outs in the inning.
Again, probably not a play at first there, so probably the right play. Just hit your cut, keep the runner at first. Let's get out of the inning and see what our bats can do. But a 1-0 lead for Juda Albany, so good job from them driving that leadoff walk home. Bennon works a ball. It's a 2-1 count now to Johnson. 2 outs in the inning, top of the first. Bennon deals. Here's a shot in the center. Krieger settles back on it. That's going to get behind her. That should score another run for Juda Albany. Cut throw in, and that's a double for Maya Johnson.
That's that wind coming into play there. That's a routine pop fly to Krieger right where she stands, and she is standing there. But there is that wind that is blowing out kind of to that right center field gap, and that ball just kept carrying, and all of a sudden Callie was camped out and was over her head up against the fence.
A big double there from Maya Johnson as Juda Albany takes the 2-0 lead here in the top of the first. Indians take a brief timeout, settle the nerves here. They've got the senior leadership, and they've definitely got the lineup where 2 runs is not a deafening blow by any means. Here's a pop fly. Garceau makes the call, makes the catch, and Mishicot's out of the inning. But damage is done. Juda Albany strikes for 2 in the top half of the first. The Indians will come to bat. 1 half complete. It's Juda Albany 2, Mishicot 0. We are here, state championship ball game, Division 4, and we are live on W7.
You're watching Mishicot Softball on W7.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here at King Park for the WIA Division 4 State Championship. Your lineup for the Mishicot Indians today: number 9, Abby Garceau, lead off, Maddie Doki, and Taylor Weeger. Those will be the first 3. It'll be Callahan if any of those can reach.
So the Indians look to climb right back in it as Juda Albany takes the early momentum in the game in the top half of the first. Plating 2, Mishicot will come back at it. No holes in this lineup, but they struggled to get the big hits going and the bats going in that first matchup. Just a 2-1 win over Phillips. We'll see if the bats can come alive here in the final. Garceau will take strike 1. Back-to-back lefties to lead things off for the Indians, and seniors Garceau and Doki.
29 RBIs and on-base percentage of .511 for Miss Abby Garceau.
Garceau will follow one off back behind. That was a nice catch made. Not sure who that is, but from the stands, a catch was made.
It looks like an arm bruise. Is that an arm booster up there?
Could be. 0-2 count on Abigail. It's Avery Briggs in the circle for Juda Albany, number 22. She pitched basically 6 2/3 this morning. Garceau put some contact on, over to short, fired a
She's going to beat that out.
She beat it out. Abigail Garceau puts on the Jets.
Just an extra pat of the glove there for number 5, Brianna Dahl, and that cost her.
Garceau gets down the line well. She beat that one out, and that may be a big infield hustle single for the Indian senior. Coming to plate is Maddie Doki. She's been a defensive stalwart here today and throughout the playoffs for the Indians. She shows bunt, no go. Garceau stays put.
You almost wonder if Garceau may have missed a steal sign there. They did that back in the previous game. Doki just kind of giving up that strike, faking the bunt. Abby advancing the second.
And we go again here. Now Doki will pop up. Will it stay playable? It will, and a nice catch is made there. That's Maya Johnson from behind the plate to record out number 1. Garceau stays put at first. 1 put out in the inning. Number 4, Taylor Weeger. And here's where your 3, 4, 5 have to come up a bit bigger than they did this morning.
Absolutely. Basically, 3, 4, 5, 6 got no hit.
That pitch is up and away. 1-0 now to Taylor Weeger, the senior. Hitting over 500 on the year. She'll take 500 today. That would mean a couple of hits in this one. Weeger will take strike 1. 1-1 the count now from Avery Briggs. Garceau still put at first. Weeger takes her time, collects herself. She's ready to go. Pitch is on the way. That's upstairs. 2-1 count now to Weeger. You know, and that may be some strategy here. You wait for your pitch. These both pitchers, Bennett with the complete game, 7 innings. Briggs with the 6 2/3. Just 1 out from.
So just a little pop-up there to the third baseman, number 2, Alana Durchie. And very quickly, 2 outs now for the Indians after the leadoff walk from Garceau.
A leadoff infield hustle single from Garceau.
So the hustle single, correct.
But they're not able to move her over, and now it's a hole here for Callahan, looking to drive her home. She'll be off with contact, but it'll take a gap shot to score her from first. Not out of the question for Caitlin Callahan.
No, she had that long, loud foul ball there in the 6th inning for the Indians. Went over there down the concession stand past the left field foul pole.
Little off-speed pitch there from Avery Briggs. Draws even. 1-1 count to Callahan. There's a
Hard
shot.
shot.
That'll get through, but the left fielder makes a stop, and Garceau will have to hold up at second. So first and second for the Indians. Base hit for Callahan. And it'll be up to Callie Clutch to come up clutch here early for the Indians. They face a 2-run deficit. Look to get 1, maybe 2 back right away. Garceau should score on a base hit now, taking off on the contact. 2 outs in the inning.
And Callahan, ton of stolen bases this year, so good speed aboard at first. Anything in a gap might score her as well.
Callie takes strike 1. 0-1 count now to Krieger. Avery Briggs looks to deal out of it. 2 outs in the inning. Juda Albany was able to strike for 2 in the top half of the first. Callie swings through 1. Big hack there, and it's quickly an 0-2 count on Krieger. Big spot here for Avery Briggs. 2 runners on. Look to keep the momentum on your side. That's up upstairs, little bobble. Garceau will go to third, and they get her out on the tag. That's a good throw from Maya Johnson, the catcher. Caught stealing on that one. There was a bit of a bobble. She was on it right away, gets Garceau at third, and one complete here at King Park. Championship ball game, Division IV WIAA. And it's Juda Albany with the early lead, 2-0 over Mishicot. We are live on W7, and we've got a message from none other than Mr. Connor Dubois.
Being a teenager is tough. There's the constant pressure to be liked, endless worrying about college, cyberbullying, high expectations, and all the negativity. What do Wisconsin teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads? They play. Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all. High school sports are fun. Not just fun, they're a lot of fun. Encourage teenagers to participate in high school sports. They'll stress less and smile more, and they'll be laying the foundation for a happier and healthier future. A message from the WIAA and your friends at W7 Productions.
And we head to the top of inning number 2. To lead things off should be number 38, Gracie Freitag. Missing with ball 1 is Bennon back in the circle, so we'll see if Mishicot can settle down here, have a clean inning, and get back in the dugout. Gave up the 2 early runs in the top half of the first.
You know, Andy, I think that's a big, they scored 1 or 2 runs in the top of the first there, and then that caught stealing, just huge momentum builder for that Juda Albany team. And I saw it anyway in their first game today. It just kind of steamrolled over the course of the next 3 or 4 innings.
Absolutely. Bennon gets a strike there, swinging 2-1 count rather to Freitag. But a clean inning here, and it's that ever-shifting momentum. Now back to 2-2, foul back.
But just as quickly as Juda Albany kind of grabbed it here, a nice diving catch or whatever you have might swing that right back in the favor of Mishicot. A quick 1-2-3 inning with a couple strikeouts. Never know.
Shift that momentum back to Mishicot. Look to get their bats going.
Nice little change up there from Bennon just off the outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Count is full here. Bennon with the punch out, swinging. Nice pitch there, Ashlyn Bennon, the junior. Out number 1 of the inning. Here we stand, top of 2. Stepping in, number 17, Emily Dahlman. For Juda Albany, what do we have? A Panthers? Is that the mascot?
They are the Panthers.
Juda Albany Panthers. So Panthers and Indians dueling it out
so
here.
She stands in the left-handed batter's box and looking to take a little slap hit to the left side there.
Strike 1 on Dahlman.
And there it is.
Bunt attempt, that'll go foul. Toki over there, you could tell by her body language, just a little nonchalant backhand. Ball's foul, 0-2 count. Wouldn't see a bunt now in this situation from Dahlman. 1 out in the inning. Bennon deals high, try to get her to chase, 1-2 count.
11 hits on the year here for Dahlman. 10 of them have been singles. So probably of that bunt or slap variety. There it is. She takes a swing through that one, trying to slap it.
Absolutely, and that's coming from your 8th hitter there. Now coming up is Katie Nussbaum. Number 7 for Juda Albany, 2 outs in the inning. So again, Indians look to come back at a 1-2-3 inning, get back in the dugout. Nussbaum has other ideas. She came up with a few clutch hits in the first game for Juda Albany. One-0 count. Bennon deals, swinging through and missing. 1-1 now for the Indians. 2 outs in the inning, top of 2.
This is big, Andy. You want to keep it here. You want to keep the 9 batter off the base, 1-2-3 inning, get back in the dugout, and you've got Callie Clutch leading off. If you're the Indians, and you're right where you want to be for your second at bat.
Bennon misses there. It's a 2-1 count now. Here's a lazy fly ball. Garceau makes the call. She makes the catch in a 1-2-3 inning. Just what the doctor ordered for Mishicot. 1.5 complete. It's 2-0. Juda Albany over Mishicot. And we are live on W7 here from King Park.
All right, we're back here at King Park. As we said, Callie Krieger will lead things off here for the Indians in the bottom of the second. She hits one over to the on-deck circle, and that hits Cora Stadola.
I heard some O's. Oh.
Garceau was caught stealing at third while Callie was in the box. Callie was in the hole 0-2, so not a bad out for Garceau. Give your 5 batter basically a fresh count. And Krieger in the count now 1-1 after that pitch was called the ball. We see Andy here. It was a big play for Juda Albany, but Krieger was down in the count 0-2 when Garceau got thrown out, and now Krieger back in the box, and she's ahead in the count. 2 balls, 1
lifts
strike.
One to left field, playable, and
right
the
on the
catch
foul
is
line.
made. So 1 out quickly here in the bottom of the second.
No harm, no foul.
Catch is made by Sierra Davis out in left field for Juda Albany.
Number 11,
So the freshman, second baseman, Cora Stadola steps into the box, batting .425, 16 ribbies for the year. 2 monstrous home runs Monday in practice over the left center field scoreboard across town at St. Norbert. We will see if she can get a hold of one here or at least find some green in the outfield.
At this point, Mishicot will take a base runner. They've left 2 stranded in the bottom of the first. There's a check swing, pop fly that'll land foul. New life for Stadola.
Boy, second baseman Emily Dahlman, she covered some ground on that. Got to a lot closer than I thought she would, Andy.
Well, and that's why she's up there slapping. She's got some speed to beat it out. But it's an 0-2 count to Stadola, the freshman.
That goes through the legs of the first baseman.
And beating it out, another hustle single. You know, so Mishicot's had some base runners on, not of the really hard hit variety, but another hustle single for Mishicot. And Cora Stadola's on, a single nonetheless with 1 out in the inning. Stepping in is Ashlyn Bennon. She was 2 for 2 this morning with a single and a hustle double.
See if she can't help her own cause here and at least get Cora over to third.
She'll take low and away. Oh, late call, but a call nonetheless. Strike 1 on it. Even the scoreboard had a ball up there.
He still got the 1 out count up there. It might take a little while to reset it.
I'm pretty sure Blue gave the strike call. There's a hack and a foul from Bennon. And scoreboard still got 1-1, so we'll get clarification here.
And we'll find out on one of these pitches if she doesn't put it in play.
So 1 out in the inning, bottom of the second. 2-0 deficit for Mishicot. Cora Stadola on first, beat it out for a single. Ashlyn Bennon at the plate. Avery Briggs in the circle for Juda Albany. swinging through one. Must have got a foul tip on that, so definitely 2 strikes now. We still show a 1-2 count on the scoreboard.
And I believe the umpire, though, just held up 0-2, so we're going to go with 0-2.
We'll go with 0-2. I'm pretty sure I saw the strike signal all the way from our perched up position here in right field.
Muscles one into the gap.
Into the gap.
That's what we were talking about. Stodola is going to be around third. She's getting waved home. Bennett jigging for 3. A stand-up triple and RBI for Ashlyn Bennett. Have yourself a day in the box, kid. Have yourself a day.
3 for 3 now on the day, and that was deep opposite field here into right. Ashlyn Bennett, help your cause. And now you're aboard to potentially score the tying run. A courtesy runner will come in. That should be number 12, Courtney Wood, for Ashlyn Bennett.
And I tell you, Bennett did a great job for any of the youth out there listening, keeping her hands in on that inside pitch and just fighting that off to right center field.
Hey, and she's got some muscle to fight that off.
She did not try to pull it. Excellent job keeping those hands in and just pushing it. Kind of just jam yourself, push it to right center field, and look at what happens. Stand-up triple, RBI.
Big spot here, Cora Nelson. She laid down a sack bunt. And
does
they will
it again.
Try and go. Throw is off, and Courtney Wood is home to tie things up at 2. Contact made from Nelson, and just enough. Coach Shimmick aggressive, and probably an easy punch out there if the catch is made. But there's 3 things that got to happen to make that play: a good throw, a good catch, and a good tag. And the variables didn't add up on that one for Juda Albany, and we are tied at 2.
That is why she is in the lineup right there. I think going back to that sectional final when she was inserted in the lineup, Andy, she has 3 if not 4 RBIs and at least 1 or 2 sacrifices in that spot. So
it's just big contact there. At least gave it a chance. And the third baseman from Juda Albany looked Courtney Wood back, made a nice strong throw, and You be aggressive, and you go and score that second run. Now, Cherry.
Oh, Juda Albany catcher brought that up from out of the dirt, and Blue called that one a strike.
0-2 count now to Cherry Dr. Pepper. Allie McCardle at the plate for Mishicot. 2 outs in the inning. Bottom of the second. That one's upstairs, and that's going to go foul. McCardle looking to get running out of the box with a little slap bunt down.
First of 3 lefties here for Mishicot in a row. McCardle in the 9 spot, Garceau in the leadoff spot, and Doki.
And with 2 outs in the inning, if McCardle can get on, she's definitely a threat on the bases with top of the lineup coming up. And she swings through one. That'll be strike 3, but the damage is done for Mishicot. They come back and square it up at 2 at the end of 2 complete here at King Park. WIAA Division 4 State Championship ballgame. It's Mishicot 2, Juda Albany 2, and we'll hear another message here from Mr. Du Bois.
When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual believes there's something more important than just winning or losing a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Rural Mutual is a proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award since it started in 1965. From football to volleyball to soccer to tennis, the award recognizes more than team sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community as well. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions. Andy, not this softball team, but some of these kids were on it in 2019. They took home the silver ball and that Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award. They will look to take home the gold ball here today, as well as that Sportsmanship Award, maybe.
Just a great community event for everybody here. There's a hot shot. Garceau, gloves backhand. What a rocket across the diamond.
Yes, sir.
Caitlin Callahan, the great stretch. And that may be a defensive play you need to just slowly creep that momentum back to your side. Abigail Garceau
did a nice job planting that foot, sticking it in the ground, and reaching back and putting that one on a rope.
And again,
to Callahan.
Yep, a great stretch by Callahan. Beat it out by maybe a half a step there. Hit batter here now, though. And they'll have a base runner on. believe that's 24, Sierra Davis. Skumal was the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Davis looked like she was going to try to square the bunt. Then that one was coming high and inside and did everything she could just to try to get out of the way and took it off the shoulder.
So good thing the Indians got that first out now. They sit with a runner on first and one out here in the inning. Here's one tagged into deep center field. Krieger with a beat on it. Big defensive play there. And again, Mr. Du Bois, who's up and cheering the loudest, pitcher Ashlyn Bennon.
I love it.
Well, she's got to be cheering on that one because that ball was crushed deep to left center. Krieger didn't let the wind fool her on that one. Made a nice play on it for out number 2.
Yeah, I think Ashlyn knew she left it just a little too much over the plate for Davis there.
No, well, that was Brianna
Brianna
Dahl.
Dahl,
Davis
sorry,
on first.
me.
Yep. Hey, that's why there's 2 of us. Double checking everything up here at the plate now is going to be Alana Dortchi for Juda Albany. She takes strike 1, 0-1 count to her, 2 outs in the inning. Runner on first for the Panthers. Here's the pitch back up the middle. Stadola, nice stop over to first. Routine play,
Great
4-3.
job. That holds the momentum for the Indians.
They go back into the dugout. 2.5 completes here from King Park. Quick inning there. Mishicot coming to bat. We are square at 2 with a gold ball on the line. We are live on W7.
Welcome back to King Park on the beautiful campus of UWGB. The Crest Center in the background, just a few miles away from the bay. Beautiful setting here for state softball.
And top of the lineup due up for Mishicot, Abigail Garceau, the senior, will get things going from her shortstop position.
And she calls for time.
You like that add to her game.
I do.
There.
I kind of called her out on it her freshman year.
A trip to state against Laconia.
Yeah, I thought they could have done it. That pitcher was a rhythm pitcher. They could have done a better job.
Left side, Garceau shoots it through. She's aboard with a leadoff single.
You're the batter. You control the situation. You control your box, and that's exactly what Garceau did on that one.
I think she'll get the hustle single on her first at bat. Now 2 for 2 for the senior Garceau. Maddie Doki, she's due for a hit here from the number 2 spot. Lefty, they start off here.
Garceau calls for the signs again at first. Doki, beautiful bunt laid down.
Hey, she may have
Nobody's
a chance at first. Safe at 1, Garceau scampers back to 2, safe at 2. So 2 big runners on here for Mishicot as they pose a big threat in the bottom of the 3rd. That was a beautiful bunt there from Doki, and just by the jump from the fielders, I thought she might have a shot coming down the line on that one.
I thought so as well, and the third baseman she got about halfway up, and she decided that nobody was covering third, and she had to go back, and that forced the pitcher to field it.
And pretty good base running there from Garceau. Kind of took a look at it, thought about it, get back, and able to get back safely on the throw to second.
So Taylor Uyghur in the box now.
Hey, big spot for her to climb out of her mini slump here for Uyghur, the senior. Just behind that one, she'll sit in an 0-1 hole.
Andy, one thing to note here, the wind has stiffened up just a bit, blowing out now more directly to center field as I look at the flag.
And if you get a deep fly ball here, right fielder
There's
center.
one right there. That's going to carry. That's going to be on the warning track at least.
Garceau will tag up. And I was just going to say that before Uyghur contacts, is Garceau's going to have a chance to at least tag up and get to third on a deep fly ball. She did just that. Great base running from her. Runners on the corners now, 1 out. And Big East Conference Player of the Year, freshman Caitlin Callahan, is at the plate. So big spot here for Callahan. At the very least, you have a sack fly opportunity. We'll see if the Indians put Doki in motion with the runners on the corners.
That first inning, she kind of tomahawked that inside pitch down the third base line.
Doki stays put. Callahan takes ball 1. 1-0 count to Caitlin. Hey, we've got some sun here. We had rain. We had tents up this morning.
Sun is coming out, and it is beautiful.
Beautiful day at King Park here. Callahan takes. That's strike 1. 1-1 count now. 1 out in the inning. Runners on the corners.
Coach, do you put Doki in motion here, or do you not try to take the bat out of Callahan's hands?
That's a good point with Caitlin Callahan at the plate. You don't want runners out on the bases, but it's enticing with runners on the corners. There's a shot, but it's going to be foul. Umpire made a nice play on that one there.
Coach Shimmick took that one off the leg as well.
Hey, she'll take the bruise if it means gold today. It's a 1-2 count now to Callahan. Avery Briggs in the circle, looks to get out of the jam and the threat that Mishicot poses. Off-speed pitch there. Nice job from Callahan, fouling it off, and it is foul. Doki did a nice job getting out on the contact.
Kind of looked like she was off running on the pitch a little bit.
And then with a 1-2 count, you may think about it. We'll see if Briggs goes
Especially
to something off speed.
Yeah.
I think she did there, and Callahan was able to hold back and get a piece. That one's fouling, hooking out of play down the first base side.
So we got a nice battle developing here between Callahan and Avery Briggs.
Somewhat early in the game, bottom of inning number 3, but I would say it's a pretty big battle here with the number 4 hitter up and runners on the corners for Mishicot, just 1 out in the inning.
Well, Andy, we know who
There's
looms.
Callahan. That should be enough to score. And it is. So the Indians will take the lead on the deep sack fly from Callahan. Garceau tags up, comes home to score. 3-2 lead for Mishicot. Doki has to stay put at first.
Boy, Andy, I thought Skomal in center field was in trouble. She took a step and a half in, and she broke hard, then back to that center field fence.
But a big
and
catch.
She used every inch of her glove to haul that one in.
Almost a snow cone variety catch there. Nonetheless, it's an out. 2 in the inning now. Callie Clutch comes through. That one's going to be fouled down the left side. 0-1 count to Callie. Still good speed on the bases. Doki from first base. She'll score on a gap shot. It'll be tough on a base hit, though. But power remains in the lineup. Callie Clutch up now. Coristadola on deck. Avery Briggs in the circle. 3-2 lead now for Mishicot. Callie takes outside. Evens the count at 1. I got a few pictures from the detour. The fans are piled in there. Looks like a full crowd on deck there. Thank you again to our friends at the detour. Pitch is outside.
Shout out to Gary Whipperman down there as well, coming up from his Oconomowoc home headquarters of W7.
I think these girls have a special place in that man's heart. Here's a fly ball. That one should stay playable.
That's going to be a fair ball. Callie was not running on it, and she's throwing out at first. As a pop fly, the wind is what brought that back into play. Callie thought that it was going to be back by the net, but the wind kind of brought it back towards the foul line, and catcher dives for it out in fair territory, does not come up with it cleanly, but Callie was not running on the pop-up. We've seen that a couple of times out of a couple of these Indians. We talked about it, Andy. You have got to run those out, especially at this level of play. Right now it's a one-run game. You could be sitting first and
second with Coristadola coming
first
up.
and third.
And like you said, with the wind going out and the way Corstadola's been striking the ball, that could be a quick 3 runs in no time. But nonetheless, the Indians do strike for 1. They take the lead at 3-2. 3 complete here in the books. Gold ball on the line here at UW Green Bay King Park. Mishicot with the lead over Juda Albany. We are live on W7.
And we're back here at King Park on the campus of UWGB, home of the 2021 WIA State Softball Tournament. In the box for Juda Albany, should be number 5, Brianna Dahl.
We'll see if she turns our way and we can get a look at it. Top of inning number 4, 3-2 lead for Mishicot. Bennon in the circle. She'll deal. That one is off. And ball 4. Walk is drawn. I believe that's number 8, Maya Johnson. Yeah, so Avery Briggs, number 22, the pitcher, will look to help her own cause and get that run back.
I missed marking those last 2 batters. That's why I'm off a little bit.
Well, it's a work in progress here on W7 Radio. Bunt is made, throw on down, routine play there.
Oh, Krieger sneaking in from center field. Thought they might have been able to throw behind Johnson and get her out. But Stadola hangs on to it. Maybe rightfully so. If you're not 100% confident, hang on to it.
Right, because your backup.
Don't let the big inning.
Your backup is gone at that point when the outfielder comes in to cover.
Yeah, Johnson could have got up and walked home because not Valerie Driscoll, but Allie McCardle was over covering third. Nobody left in the outfield.
So Juda Albany, good job there to move the runner to second. That's Johnson aboard there. 1 out in the inning now, and stepping in is number 28, 38 rather, Gracie Freitag. And they'll give a throw down to second, give a check on it. Garceau gloves it, applies the tag. Safe is the call. 1-0 count to Freitag.
And she had 1 hit and in that 1 hit, she had 2 huge RBIs. Kind of broke that game open for the Panthers.
Excuse me, swing there from Freitag. 1-1 count now, 1 out in the inning.
She found the bottom of the left center field fence. Krieger and Allie need to be on their game. Right back up in the middle. That will go to Krieger. Will they throw home? Krieger unloads one all the way home.
And the throw
Johnson
is just high on the bounce. A good slide from Maya Johnson. And Juda Albany gets the run right back. We are back square at 3. And the threat remains with Freitag ending up at second on the play. It was a close play at the plate, but that bounce came a little bit high for Wiaa to be able to bring the tag down.
Johnson was able to slide kind of underneath.
Yep.
Wiaa went up to get the ball on the bounce.
Here's the play. Garceau over to first, 6-3 on the putout.
Nicely done by Garceau.
Emily Dahlman retired there for out number 2 of the inning. Runner does advance. That's Freitag over to third. And now coming up from the 9 spot is Katie Newsbaum.
We may have a substitution. Coach is talking. Maybe a courtesy runner. That's going to be number 20.
That'll be a straight-up substitution here in the lineup.
So number 20, Jackie Newsbaum, will now enter the game and bat for Katie Newsbaum.
Assume her sister. So we'll see if she can come up big for the coach from Juda Albany. Big spot here. Runner on third. 2 outs looking to take the lead. We are square at 3. Juda Albany struck for 1 already in the inning. There's a swing and a foul ball behind the plate. 0-1 count now for Bennon. Top of inning number 4 here from King Park. Mishicot in their sea of orange on the third base line. Juda Albany on the first base line.
Andy, I can see why Coach Davis makes that substitution right now. Jackie says 7 hits, 7 RBIs. So it's a kid that
Puts the ball in play.
Puts the ball in play with runners in scoring position.
1-1 count to her. Benin deals. Here's a swing and a foul ball behind the plate. 1-2 count now. So Mishicot looks to keep the ball game square at 3 and get back to their bats. Nussbaum has other ideas. Here's the pitch, swing and a drive, shallow field, tough play.
Garceau reaches over her left shoulder and hauls that one in.
Kind of almost a replication earlier. Of course, Stadola made the call, called off her cousin. This time Abigail's going to make the call. She makes the grab and retires aside. At the end of 3.5, we are tied. Mishicot 3, Juda Albany 3. Here from King Park, WIAA Division IV State Championship on the line. We are live on W7. And right now we'll turn things over to Mr. DuBois with the message.
All right, folks, a great opportunity exists for people who enjoyed sports as participants and would like to give back to the game that means so much to them. Becoming a high school game official gives you the opportunity to get involved, get in shape, and help teach the game to young people. Signing up is easy. To become a WIAA licensed official, go online at wiaawi.org to apply and become a WIAA licensed official. A message from W7 Productions and the WIAA, keeping the education in sports.
And a big play there from Abigail to end the threat. I mean, we are square here heading in the bottom of the 4th. We called it before the game. This looks like it's going to brew up to be a great championship ball game, and it has delivered thus far.
3-3 halfway through. Absolutely, Andy.
And I believe this will be Cora Stadola, the freshman, looking to make her imprint on this tournament weekend. Or weekday, I should say. We're on Tuesday here. End of June. 4th of July weekend up and coming. Stadola takes low, 1-0 count to Cora.
Andy, I know a lot of these kids are heading out to, I think, Minnesota with the Lake Effect Fury squad. Heather Garceau has got 4 or 5 of these kids in the Mishicot program headed out there. I think their first games are on Thursday, so
it'll be a quick turnaround for them.
Celebrate while you're packing your bags and take off from Minnesota. Holiday tournament out there this weekend.
Stadola takes ball 2, 2-0 count now. Here comes the pitch. Cora with a drive. Nice play from the shortstop. And she won't double clutch on that one. The play is made. That's Brianna Dahl from her shortstop position. Nice play there on a well-struck ball from Stadola.
So it's kind of been the kid that's got it all started for the Indians today, both in the semifinal and then again here in the championship game. Ashlyn Bennon.
We'll see with 1 out what she can order up. Swings. Fouls one back on 1 count on Ashlyn.
I give her credit to Briggs after giving up that hit high and inside the last time to Bennon. She came right back up there, first pitch there.
0-1 count to Bennon. Avery Briggs deals. Swing and a strike 2. 0-2 count now.
Sometimes it gets a little personal, Andy. I can kind of see this is your one-on-one matchup here.
Yep, pitcher on pitcher here.
You got me last time, and we can hear the pop of the glove all the way out here. Bennon,
swing, just foul down the line.
Hey, I would have had that, but they put up some silly fence out here. It's coming right at us.
And that's what you do with 2 strikes, though. You get a pitch that's somewhat close, throw the bat out to that outside pitch, serve it in the right field. Just foul there for Bennon. Live to see another day. 0-2 count dealing to her. Swinging a drive.
It is, up the middle.
She's been back up the middle all day. A 1-out single, rather, for Ashlyn Bennon. Man, stay hot, kid, at the plate. Ashlyn will get the courtesy runner. That'll be number 12, Courtney Wood, coming to first base. 1 out in the inning. And stepping in is freshman Cora Nelson.
Andy, today it's been Bennon with the bat and Doki with the glove. Those two.
That's kind of been the combo.
Everybody's been contributing both to the win earlier today and so far through 3.5 innings here so far.
But if you had to pick your defensive and offensive highlight.
Offensive MVP of the tournament so far, Ashlyn Bennon. defensive MVP for the Indians is going to be Maddie Doki.
Here's a roller. Nelson's got to leg it out, and she does to reach on first, courtesy of the fielder's choice, but they get the punch out at second, does Juda Albany. That's 6-4 on the putout. Nice play from Brianna Dahl from short. Now 2 outs in the inning. Cora Nelson is aboard at first, and Cherry Dr. Pepper at the plate. Always a bunt single alive here. We'll see what Allie can do. She takes ball 1, 1-0 count. McCardle swings, fouls one back. 1-1 count now to Cherry Dr. Pepper. 2 outs in the inning. Cora Nelson at first with decent speed.
You know, Andy, I'm not opposed to putting Cora Nelson in motion here. Kind of like what happened with Garceau and Krieger. Even if Cora Nelson does get thrown out, you're going to lead off with basically
McCardle, Garceau, and Doki.
Yeah, you're going to go McCardle, Garceau, Doki.
A lot of speed.
Next inning. You're going to put a great speed aboard potentially on in the 5th.
It's a great point, Connor. We'll see. Shimmick holds up Nelson there. 2-1 count now to McCardle. Avery Briggs in the circle. Looks to deal out of the 2-1 count. Here it comes. Swing and a foul back from McCardle. 2-2 now.
See, I think right here you put Cora Nelson in motion. 2-2. Probably going to see something off speed or in the dirt. Give Nelson a great opportunity. And obviously with 2 outs, you're not going to get doubled up with a hit and run situation. You know, a line drive and doubled off. So put her in motion. It's a free
kind of a free opportunity.
To do that. I know a lot of people think 3-2 is a great opportunity. I love running on the 2-2. Give yourself an extra chance.
McCardle fouls one off there. We'll go 2-2 again here from Avery Briggs. Pitch is on the way. Off speed. McCardle serves one down. Nelson will take off for third. Throw comes in the first. Runners on the corners now, and Mishicot's in business to get the lead back. Senior Abigail Garceau, 2 for 2 on the day.
Excellent job by McCardle sitting on that changeup there and just
waiting
on
back
it
just enough.
Just serving it into the right field down the line.
Great job by Nelson getting the jump on the contact. Runners on the corners now for Mishicot. Abigail Garceau at the plate. Avery Briggs looks to get out of trouble. She's in the circle. A little bit of wind here on us. Taking her time is Briggs, looking to get her pitch. Abigail takes ball 1.
And McCardle advances the second no throw down from the Panthers.
So pitch number 1, Coach Shimmick elects to move McCardle. So now a crack of the bat could score 2. Big spot for senior Abigail Garceau. 1-0 count in her favor. Abigail takes ball 2, low in the dirt. Cora Nelson, the freshman at third. Catcher gives her a look. Maya Johnson does. Nelson back easily. No throw. 2-0 count now to Abigail. Abigail calls time. She'll step out of the box. Pitcher was taking time. Blue. I'm not sure what the call was there. Was that a balk? Is that a balk in softball? But Abigail drew the wall.
Well, that would have been ball 3. I don't know if they just elected to put her on.
I'm not sure what the call was, but it looked like Abigail took time. Blue popped up. And she's aboard at first now, nonetheless. 2 outs now, and Maddie Doki steps in. Bases are loaded. Big spot here for Avery Briggs. 3-3 ball game as it sits right now.
And it'd be surprising if that was an intentional walk, because I don't know if you really want to get to Maddie Doki right now. She, for the last 4 or 5 games, she's really been locked in on everything she's doing, especially with the glove.
You can imagine she's set for a spot like this. 1-0 count now to Doki. She'll take strike 1. Great speed on the bases, so was it?
Anything to the outfield is going to score 2, I think, right now. McCardle on second. She's going to score.
1-1 count. Avery Briggs ready to deal. Back to the pitcher. Juda Albany gets out of the inning. Big play there. Doki grounds it back to Briggs on to first. And we are 4 complete here at King Park. Gold ball on the line. It's Mishicot 3, Juda Albany 3. We are live on W7.
So we go back to the top of the order for the Panthers out of Juda Albany in the form of Anna Skubal to lead things off. And she takes ball 1 inside, strike 1 inside actually.
Blue gave the call, strike 1 there from Ashlyn Bennon. Big spot here for Mishicot, dealing with the top of the lineup. If you can get a good quick inning, momentum could creep your way. Juda Albany looks to take a lead here in the top of the 5th. Again, with their top of the lineup due up here. It'll be Skumal, then Sierra Davis. Here's a little pop fly. Bennett makes the call, makes the grab. 1 out and a big one here in the top of the 5th. Sierra Davis, number 24, will step in now for the Panthers.
Big shout out to our friends down at the D-Tour, packing it in, filling it in, watching the game on NFHS network and listening to us with the call. We appreciate everything the D-Tour has done with sponsorships for postseason action for a lot of athletics with W7 for us. And also line drive.
Last slap bunt drive, line drive. Doki makes the play.
Probably the easiest play she's going to make all year.
Probably. Stick the glove out right to me. 2 quick outs in the inning. Stepping in now, number 5, Brianna Dahl. She's been slick at short ever since Garceau beat that one out early for the base hit. Our good friend, must be weird for him, sitting on the other side of a W7 call just listening, Mr. Gary Whipperman.
Hopefully looking to see him in a little bit and bring him some more gold.
Have a celebratory beverage. An H2O, if you will. 3-3 ball game, top 5 here. Mishicot, Juda Albany. Gold ball on the line. 1-1 count now to Brianna Dahl. Ashlyn Bennon in the circle. 2 outs in the inning. Pitch high and away. 2-1 count now for Dahl.
Yeah, I could really go for a nice ice-cold Pepsi.
That
would set this broadcast up really good and really nice. Really nice in a couple hours, too, down at the Detour. That's
swinging
lifted
a drive.
left center.
Krieger's got a bead. She makes the catch. And just what the doctor ordered there for Mishicot. A 1-2-3 inning out of the top of the lineup from Juda Albany. 4.5 complete here at King Park. We are tied at 3, Mishicot, Juda Albany, and we are live on W7. We'll have a quick message from Mr. Du Bois.
The WIA wishes to thank all those involved with high school sports for making these education-based opportunities possible during the 2020 and 2021 seasons. To the student athletes, the WIA Sports Medical Advisory Committee and local health departments, the many school administrators, the athletic directors, and coaches, the licensed sport officials, the volunteers, the spectators, and the members of the media that reported on these events. Thank you. It wasn't easy, but we persevered with the appropriate guidance. A message from the WIA and your friends at W7 Productions, keeping the education in sports. Well, Coach, we head here to the bottom of the fifth, 3-3, all tied up. Mishicot will have 3-4-5 up. Uyghur, Callahan, Krieger. If any of those should reach, it will be Stadola.
Yeah, we're kind of getting to that winning time here at this point in the ball game. I wouldn't be surprised to see a clutch hit from none other than Cali Clutch.
Well, let's see what happens here in this bottom half of the fifth.
Avery Briggs in the circle. Taylor Uyghur to lead things off for Mishicot. She takes ball one, low and away. 1-0 count. Sun is really on us now. It's getting hot here, Connor. Here,
Sun is going to set just to our right. I don't think it's going to come into play with any of the fielders. It's kind of going to be back behind the right fielder off her shoulder, so
Uyghur takes.
shouldn't be an impact fielding the ball. It will be an impact seeing the iPad and doing the production, though.
I was an adventure on W7. 1-1 count here. Briggs deals. Misses away. 2-1 now to Uyghur.
Whoever decided to take that tent down wasn't really thinking.
Well, we'll make do here.
Kept us out of the wind a little bit and give us a little shelter from the sun.
Maybe a little protection from the sunburn. I didn't apply any sunscreen here today. Uyghur will take ball three. Hitters count now 3-1 to Taylor Uyghur. Again, Avery Briggs in the circle for Juda Albany. 3-3 ball game. Bottom of inning number 5. There's a take on the strike. A little bit low. Uyghur didn't like it. Strike is called. Full now to Taylor, the senior catcher for Mishicot. Here's the pitch and a drive from Uyghur into center. Should be playable, and it is. Catch is made. It's number 12, Anna Skumal. Nice
She
drop
has been
step.
busy out there in center field today.
Yes, she has. Wind blowing a little bit, but wouldn't take that one.
So it will be Caitlin Callahan now.
With 1 out in the inning.
Kind of been a little quiet here through the postseason. Let's see if she can't break out here in this state championship game.
This would be a big spot to do it. Callie Clutch following her here in the lineup. 1-0 count as Callahan takes ball away. Briggs gets the call. Here's the pitch. Here's a drive over to Dahl at short. She makes the throw. Nice stretch there.
By Freitag.
And the out is recorded. 2 quick ones from Juda Albany. Callie Krieger steps in for the Indians. 3-3 ball game, bottom of the 5th. It'll be 4-5-6 coming to bat for Juda Albany. That's Dortchy, Johnson, and Briggs for the Panthers. Right now it's Callie Krieger. She lifts one hooking foul, and it hits the fence and will go foul down the left field line. 0-1 count now to Callie Clutch.
But it'll be Krieger, Stadola, and hopefully Bennett, Nelson, and McCardle look to keep those Panther bats on the field.
Well, if we get through all those, we may be in good shape here.
That's what we're looking for here, Andy.
That starts with Callie getting on.
Well, 2-out thunder right here.
She evens the count at 1. Ball in the dirt. 1-1 count, 2 outs in the inning. Callie Clutch lifts one into left center field. Should be playable and is. Catch is made on a Skumal. Settles under, makes the grab. The Indians go quietly in the bottom half of the 5th. 5 complete here from King Park. WIAA Division IV State Championship on the line here in softball. It's Mishicot 3, Juda Albany 3. We are live on W7.
Welcome back into King Park, home of the 2021 WIA State Softball Championships on the campus of UW Green Bay. Leading things off here for the Juda Albany Panthers in their half of the sixth is
should be number 2.
Should be number 2, Alana Dorchy. She was one
of our guests post-game from their win over Blair Taylor. There's a swing and a miss from Dorchy.
And I guess technically you can call it an upset. It was the 4 seed over the 1 seed, but it's a sectional champion
versus
a sectional champion, and it's not goofy, but it's a seeding, and the 4 teams that make it out here to state are not going to call it too many upsets.
Probably going to be 4 pretty good ones.
Exactly.
So a foul ball there from Dorchy. It's a 1-2 count to her. Bennon looks to deal. Here's the pitch. That one's high and away. Evens it up at 2. Big spot here for Mishicot. Looks to get a clean inning. Get back to your bats. Pitch away again. Now count is full. Alana Dorchy looking to get a base runner on for the Panthers. 3-2 count. No outs here, top 6.
Slap to
Swing,
Callahan.
nice play, Caitlin Callahan.
That kind of took it right to the bag. All she had to do was field it, stand up, tap first.
And 1 out is in the books here in the top of the 6th. Maya Johnson with a big hit earlier in the game. She steps in from her catcher's position, number 8 for the Panthers. Bennon on the mound, quick to deal. Doki, double tap, miss a throw over the head of Callahan, and Johnson will be aboard at second base.
Sadola, nice job getting in front of that throw from Callahan, keeping it in front.
Absolutely, that could have been runner over to third. So Johnson reaches. She's aboard at second, and looking to help her own cause from the circle is number 22, Avery Briggs. 1 out here in the inning, top of the 6th. We are tied at 3. Division 4 state final.
Just kind of looked like when Doki went into her glove there, she didn't quite find the ears. When she brought it out of the glove, she had to re-grip it and then rush the throw just a bit.
One of the few mistakes from Maddie Doki here in the postseason. We'll see if the Indians can pick her up and work out of it. Here's a shot, though, in the left. That's going to get down. McCardle gloves it cleanly.
Nice
Runner
shot.
on third, they
Doki
get
hit
her!
in!
Maddie
my
Doki!
goodness! My goodness, excellent heads-up play. I'm not sure what they're going to ask for a review. Coach talks to the third base umpire, who reverses his call there and now calls her safe.
Now Coach Shimmick will come out. That looked dead red out from our view here. Blue had it the whole way out on the tag. I'm not sure what changed the mind. He'll stay with safe, and that's a big-time call there on what looked to be a great throw from McCardle into third. Doki applied the tag, and Juda Albany might have gotten away with one there.
I wish we had the video of that one. I'm not sure how you could bang her out with that much emphasis from the umpire. I mean, he completely sold the call, calling her out, and then
somehow changed
and then
the call.
You reverse course.
Tough break there for Mishicot. What looked to be a big out number 2. We had a good view of it here on her getting back to third, and she was well off rounding the base. A great throw from McCardle. They looked to have her.
I think they anticipated that throw going all the way through to home from McCardle, but she put that one right on the bag for Doki. Doki turned around, made the tag, but she is safe. So second and third is the situation. 1 out now for the Panthers.
It'll be number 38, Grace Freitag here for Juda Albany at the plate.
And she was the one that had their hit to drive in their second and third run of the inning, or the 4th inning, back in their semifinal matchup. So she's looking to do the same here.
She starts off ball 1 from Ashlyn Bennon. 1-0 count. Swinging a blooper.
That's going to be a pop-up.
Nope, hit the ground and popped.
Oh, hit it, okay.
Yep, hit the ground and popped. 1-1 count, foul ball. We could go for a little infield pop-up here, though, if you're Mishicot. 1-1 count. Bennon in the circle. Deals on free tag. Runners at second and third. 1 out. Swing and a miss from free tag. 1-2 now. Wiaa keeping an eye on the third base runner.
Look for Wiaa. She's not afraid to throw down. She hasn't done it in a while.
And McCardle's moving out there nicely, looking to back that throw up. Pop in a fly. This may be deep enough to score. Driscoll will make the throw.
Did not tag at third. She took off way early, so the run will not come in. No play at the plate.
And I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Juda Albany could come up with a big hit here with 2 outs and still score that run, but that could end up biting them huge.
And the coach knows it too. He was doubled over in the coaching box, 2 hands, 1 on each knee. He knows an opportunity.
I mean, I saw that right away off the bat, and I'm thinking she's going to be able to tag up, and you saw it that the runner was halfway there.
Right. When the ball came down in the Driscoll's glove, the runner was halfway down the line. She had to go back. We've talked about it so many times, Andy. Pop up to the outfield on third. No 0 or 1 outs. Just stand on third. If she drops it, you're going to score.
If she catches it, you're going to
score. More than likely.
The only time you don't score is when you take that lead. But now it's up to number 17, Emily Dahlman, to drive a run in here for Juda Albany. She swings through one and evens a count up at 1. Bennon looks to get out of the jam.
So one thing, Andy, you note of here with Dahlman, first 2 times in the up to the plate, she was in the left-handed batter's box looking to slap. She turns around now in the right-handed batter's box looking to drive in these 2 RBIs.
Here's a pitch from Bennon. That one misses outside. 2-1 now to Dahlman. Big spot here. And it could be 3 outs here, but a reverse call by Blue at third keeps the inning alive for Juda Albany. A pitch is upstairs. 3-1 count now for Bennon on Dahlman. Well, a walk doesn't necessarily bury you with the 9-hitter coming up. And what would be Jackie Newspawn.
Well, Andy, I can tell this is a really tight game because the comments are kind of down on the broadcast. Everybody's really locked in.
Pitch, swing, foul territory. Wiaa.
She settles under it.
She makes the grab. Big out there from Mishicot. And that's a base running error that could come back to bite Juda Albany. What should have been a routine tag up to right field ends up as out number 2, no tag up. And we stay square at the end of 5.5. Mishicot 3, Juda Albany 3. Gold ball on the line here from King Park. And we are bringing it to you on W7 Radio.
You're watching Mishicot Softball on W7.
Well, folks, welcome back to King Park, home of the WIA Division IV State Championship, as well as 1, 2, 3, and 5. But right now we are focused in on this Division IV State Championship. The Juda Albany Panthers and Mishicot Indians are locked in a 3-3 tie. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And it'll be the freshman, Cora Stadola, leading things off for the Indians.
So big spot there in the top of the 6th. Juda Albany really threatened. And a base running mistake, and Mishicot's able to get out of the inning unscathed. Can they take advantage and pounce here in the bottom of the 6th? It'll be Cora Stadola to lead things off. She'll take strike 1 from Avery Briggs. 0-1 count for Cora.
She hits one in the right field. That's
Trouble!
over the right fielder's head.
That's
Cora.
going to be 3 for Cora.
So a leadoff triple, and the Indians are back in business, Andy. And none other than probably the offensive MVP of this tournament for the Indians. Number 6, Ashlyn Bennon.
I just got a message here from our friend Gavin Kraus. He's here, not at the detour. Usually at the detour. But we may have some weather coming in. We'll see if it skirts along past Green Bay, heading kind of northeast. We will see. I'm not sure who that is, but they're running the Mishicot flag up and down the fans. Quick timeout from Juda Albany. Cora Stadola with the leadoff triple just over the right fielder's outstretched hand.
I'm going to text Will, get 4 buddies to put the 10 up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
So we can finish the game.
Yep.
Yep.
We gotta do it.
Yep. And we're set to go here. Ashlyn Bennon, as Connor alluded to, offensive MVP to this point for Mishicot. She looks right here. You're looking just for some hard contact, hopefully to score that run. And Cora Stadola at third. Maybe a sac fly. 1 ball, no strikes to Bennon. High and away again. Avery Briggs looking to dig deep here and bring something hard. She misses on the first 2. 2-0 count now for Ashlyn Bennon. Bennon, right side. That'll score the run. So job well done from Ashlyn Bennon. RBI for her.
Helps her cause.
One of the rare putouts of her, but man, it's an effective one. Take the 4-3 lead and still just 1 out in the inning. So ground ball right side. Stadola was off on the contact. Good send there. Only play was at first. 1 out now. And it's Cora Nelson, freshman, up for Mishicot. She looks to keep the train rolling here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That pitch is high and missed. Wild pitch there, but no runners on, no harm done. 1-0 count to Cora Nelson. Briggs does look like she may be slightly rattled here. Pressure situation now for both teams. Pitch is inside. Cora Nelson takes 2-0 count now to the freshman. Freshman designated hitter here for Mishicot. Pitch is on the way. And that one misses outside. 3-0 count now for Nelson. And I would assume Coach Shimmick is having her hold up and see a strike before she's going to hack at one. 3-0 count. Number 16, freshman Cora Nelson. She'll take ball 4, and the Indians are back in business with just 1 out in the inning. Bottom of the 6th, already taking the lead here, 4-3 in this inning. And now it's Cherry Dr. Pepper. Always a threat to, at the very least, move the runner on the bunt, if not leg it out herself for a bunt single. Huge speed at the plate for McCardle, but she's got to be looking to see a strike before she's hacking at one. And that one's low and away. 5 straight balls here from Avery Briggs. As they may look to call a timeout soon, she seems a bit rattled here, trying to find a strike. 1-0 count to McCardle. Cora Nelson at first base, 1 out in the inning. And that one's in there for a strike. Good take from McCardle. Let's see one. Now we can dance. 1-1 count, 1 out in the inning. Bottom of the 6th. Gold ball on the line. Mishicot, Juda, Albany. 1-1 count here. Briggs ready to deal. She'll come to McCardle. That one's hit on a line. Right center gap. That should score. Cora Nelson. Cherry on. Cherry Dr. Pepper. She got tripped up. Rounding second base. The cut throw goes home. They would have had an easy out on their cut throw to second. But they go home. McCardle's able to get up, get back to second, and there's still only 1 out in the inning. Big time hit from Cherry Dr. Pepper. Cherry on, Allie. 5-3, the Indians lead here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out, and back to the top, and senior Abigail Garceau. Abigail will take strike 1. Big time play there. Juda Albany could have had the second out of the inning and bases cleared. Instead, the cut throw goes home. Nelson's in there easily. And McCardle's able to get up from the trip and hustle back to second and stay aboard. Here's Garceau, little flare into left field. That's going to get down. Shimmick will send McCardle. Cherry Dr. Pepper scores. And it's now 6-3 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Still only 1 out. Abigail legs it out. She's aboard at second base.
Hey, another team move, okay? No, you stay on the broadcast.
Abigail aboard at second. Senior Maddie Doki will follow her. We've got a bit of weather coming in, and we've got a team effort here. Big time here. Coming up big, Will Garceau, TJ Havlovitz, Taylor Weeger, her brother Landon is here helping us out, getting things done. AJ Garceau, he's more supervising like his brother. And I just missed the call talking about you guys. It looks like it was a double play to end the inning. Nonetheless, the Indians do strike for 3 in the bottom of the 6th. It is now 6-3. The Mishicot flag is running wild here in the Sea of Orange. We head to the top of inning number 7. Gold ball on the line, Division 4 state championship here at King Park. WIAA state softball tournament. And we're ready. If any weather hits here, we'll be able to finish out the broadcast. Good work here from the crew. Mr. Du Bois will be back on and join us here.
All right, Scott, I'm back. We had to run the grounds crew a little bit here. There's no field to prepare, so we grabbed a couple of the players' sisters and
brothers.
Brothers, whatever. And many thanks to them.
Big thanks to them so we can keep the broadcast going. I did miss one call. It looked like a double play to end the inning. With Garceau at second yet, but the damage was done. Mishicot strikes for 3 in the bottom half of the 6th, and that's where we stand, 6-3 now as we head to the top of the 7th.
I'm hoping we don't need this inning now that we scored and pushed it out to a 3-run lead, but we're ready just in case.
So number 7. That's number 7, Katie Nussbaum. She was elected to sub before, but able to re-enter and bat here in the 9 spot. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for Juda Albany. And Benin in the circle looks to complete the day. 7 complete in the first game of the day in the win over Phillips. She'll start her 7th inning of work here this afternoon, and foul ball back behind the plate. Draws the count even at 1-1. No outs in the inning. Top of the 7th, 6-3 lead for Mishicot. Gold ball on the line. So a little bit of breathing room Mishicot was able to provide there after the first run scored. Big inning from them. That one misses away, 2-1 count. And we'll see if they can close the deal. Again, we talked about this morning, the biggest out you can get is that first one. You don't want to let her walk on. So a 2-1 count from Benin. She's ready to deal. There it is, and a foul back, 2-2 now. Ground ball over to third. Doki's not going to miss another throw. She takes care of business on that one. 7th inning against Phillips this morning. First out, 5-3. Doki to Callahan on the putout.
Hey, why fight success? Repeat the process. Now just 2 outs away from that gold ball for Lady Indians. Should that come to fruition, talking to AD Terry Risch before the game, roughly 8:15, 8:30. Red lights, blue lights, white lights, trucks,
There'll
wood
be
meat.
some noise. Mishicot chatter, don't blow up. It's just
the
hopefully gold ball winners, hopefully state champs with 2 outs to get. Let's not put the cart before the horse. Benin 1-0 dealing here to the top of the lineup, and Anna Skumal misses upstairs 2-0 now. Benin's done a great job when she falls in a bit of a hole, being able to battle back with nothing too good. Just put strikes up on the board. 2-0 count now to Skumal. Here's the pitch, and that will deliver for a strike. 2-1 count now, 1 out in the inning. Top of the 7th. Benin will go to the rosin, wipe the hand, and be ready to fire. There's a swing and a foul ball down the first base side. Quickly 2-2 now to Skumal. So leadoff batter, that's where you want to be if you're Juda Albany. But Mishicot with 1 out in the inning and a 3-run lead here, top of the 7th. Missing upstairs is Benin, 3-2 now. Count is full. Skumal at the plate. And here you just got to avoid the walk, make her earn her way on. Indians have played good defense all day. There's a swing and a foul back behind the plate. We'll go again at 3-2.
Andy, I know there's 1 out on the board, but I think this is the biggest one. 3-run lead. This is your leadoff batter. 2, 3, 4 coming up next. You do not want this one to get on it and get away after being ahead in the count, 2 balls and or 2 strikes and a ball.
Here's the pitch, and that will miss. Drawing
So there
the
it
walk is Skumal. So now a little bit of pressure already.
Nothing hurt yet.
And you're not really concerned about the runner at first.
No, that run right now doesn't mean anything. Now you're just focused on getting it out. Ground ball anywhere on the infield. Take what's easy. If you're near second base, step on it.
But Taylor Uyghur's got an arm behind the plate, so it shouldn't be a freebie if Juda Albany decides to take off. Here's a little bunt. Doki on the play. The stretch is made.
Throw behind.
Callahan.
Whoo, we almost had a double play to end it.
Pretty close. Caitlin Callahan, she had a great stretch down the baseline. Maddie Doki again, a web gem defensively on the bunt attempt. They do move the runner over. Callahan fires down to second. Garceau applies the tag. Not quite there in time, but they made it close. 2 outs here in the inning. 6-3 lead for Mishicot, top of the 7th. 1 out away from the gold ball. Ashlyn Benin in the circle. Brianna Dahl at the plate. That's a pitch, strike 1. 0-1 count now to Brianna Dahl. That was Sierra Davis with the sac bunt to move the runner over. But again, that runner doesn't mean a lot in a 3-run game. There's the drive. Senior Abigail Garceau, nice play over to first. Abigail Garceau, 6-3 on the putout. Gold comes home to Mishicot yet again. Your state champions, the Mishicot Indians, 2021 state champions in Division IV softball. What a way to end it.
Wow, Andy, wow.
What a ball game here in the championship. We've been able to broadcast live. A great game from Juda Albany, but you gotta give it up to Mishicot. They came through with the lineup, bottom of the 6th, had to have it. Cherry Dr. Pepper, a big hit. Cora Nelson flying around to score. And collectively all weekend, just what a team effort. You had your, Benin was really rolling offensively, pitched 2 great, complete 7 games. Different girls stepping up in huge situations, defense down the stretch. Doki with a great play on the bunt. Abigail ends it with a great play up the hole. You can't say enough about this Mishicot Indian team and what they were able to accomplish.
What a tremendous, tremendous season for the Indians. Tremendous career for some of these seniors. An Abby Garceau and a Callie Krieger and a Maddie Willems. 2 state championships this year, 1 in basketball, 1 in softball. A silver ball last year in basketball. A silver ball 2 years ago in softball. Incredible, incredible careers for them.
And this is a season, if you're a community member here at Mishicot, you don't see this stuff happen very often. A gold ball in basketball and a gold ball in softball and a sectional appearance from volleyball. This doesn't come around often. Soak it up, enjoy it, and be there for the Indians when they come back to town here at Mishicot tonight.
According to Terry Risch, about 8:15, 8:30. Obviously, stay posted. Follow the Mishicot Softball Club page. Follow Mishicot Athletics. They will have more updates with that. But Terry Risch said about 8:15, 8:30, fire trucks will pick up your state champion, Mishicot Indians, in Francis Creek. Take them through the creek, down County V, and into town, probably past our good friends at the Day Tour, which we will see you soon, and then through town, down Main Street, and back to the high school. There may be a little ceremony or something at the high school. Like I said, Terry Risch and Coach Shimmick are still finalizing the details on that, but just stay posted to the Mishicot
tuned. We'll have
Softball.
Mishicot Softball page. W7 Productions will likely be sharing some of that information as well.
Exactly. So a great day, Andy, out here. We avoided the rain. We got the tent set up. It probably
Just in case.
saved the rain off, but champions again.
What a day. Mishicot will collect their medals. We may break the stream here in a little bit as Mishicot corrals their award ceremony. I think it's Juda Albany collecting theirs right now.
A great day by Juda Albany and the Lady Panthers. I mean, pulling off a great victory earlier this morning, 7-4 over the number 1 seed, Blair Taylor. And then putting up really a hard-fought battle, 3-3. It was 3-3 into the 6th when Mishicot struck for 3, and that eventually was your final. Mishicot 6, Juda Albany 3. Now the awards presentation, they get their medals. Allie McCardle, number 4, Taylor Weegar.
Senior Taylor Weegar. Valerie Driscoll, favorite human pretzel. What a weekend from her, Connor. Ashlyn Bennon. Senior Maddie Doki collects
of a
her
weekend
hardware.
for her as well.
Absolutely a heck of a playoffs from her.
Callie Krieger.
Senior Callie Krieger. Callie Clutch. Senior Abigail Garceau. Number
Andy.
10, Senior Maddie Willems.
And we go to a freshman, Cora Stadola.
Stadola.
I like seeing Becky Armbruster presenting the medals to the Lady Indians, putting them around their neck. Her kids are now old enough in high school. She wants to watch them play in high school and take some of that action in. So
Deservedly so.
taking a step away here from coaching next year. But you know what? Maybe this will be enough to bring her back, Andy.
She may
Coach
keep the
Shimmick
itch.
makes her way to the trophy table along with the rest of the Lady Indians, and they hold it high. Your 2021 Division IV WIA state champions, the Mishicot Lady Indians. An incredible day. Coaches share a congratulatory shake. Don Shimmick, Bill Davis.
Well, what a championship ball game here. Division 5, Oakfield took the win last night. Division 5 state champs, Division 4 state champs, your Mishicot Indians. And the Division 3 game up and coming. It'll be Prescott. Blur of a day here. Beating Lamira was Dodgeville. So Dodgeville and Prescott in the Division 3. But right now we're gonna keep it on W7 Indians Radio. And what a day, what a year for Mishicot Athletics, especially on the girls' side. State champs here in Division 4, Mishicot Indians. They'll get a quick pictures here. The Sea of Orange will flood them with hugs and congratulations very soon. And stay tuned for updates here on the procession back into town. A short one here. We're not coming from Madison, just from King Park in Green Bay. There'll be some post-game celebration here on the diamond. Great act of sportsmanship here. Juda Albany there paying respect along the foul line here. They will break their huddle. A great game played from them. Mishicot Indians look to get a few pictures here from their crew. And they'll head on out, gold ball winners here.
Andy, I think we will. Well, I'll just try to grab some interviews from the players kind of remotely, and we'll get those up a little bit later on so we can kind of get packed up here and then be with the team when they head back down through town with their gold ball, past the detour, catch up with Mr. Whipperman and the rest of his new friends that he's found down at the detour. So Mishicot will take a lot of pictures here over the next half hour or so, 40 minutes. Probably be on the road maybe by 7. Fire trucks pick them up maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock, head through Francis Crick, down Highway V into town, and past the detour, and down Main Street and back to the high school. Well, Andy, it's been a great season.
Yes, it has.
Doesn't get much better than that. 2 trips to state for us. I just want to give a quick thank you and shout out to, obviously, Gary Whipperman for allowing us the opportunity to do these broadcasts.
And
Thank
all of
you.
our generous sponsors from the Mishicot community, especially the Detour, Terry Risch, Mishicot Basketball Club, Indian Diamond Club, and there's so many more I'm going to forget. Connor DuBois, yourself.
Lake Effect Fury and Premium Laminations and
Garceau
the
family.
list goes on and on and on. But that's just what these kids mean to the community. They mean so much that the community really loves to come out and support them. I'm sure if this game was played in front of a full crowd down in Madison or even here, they'd be pushing maybe 600-700 people easily.
Absolutely.
And
we've just been blessed to bring the action to those not in attendance and be a part of this ride in this season for W7.
And what a ride it's been. 2 trips to state, 2 gold balls coming back for the Lady Indians. Appreciate everything you've done on the broadcast. Lots of extra work during the day for you and for me, but hey, it's well worth it for moments like this, not only because of our connection with Mishicot, but for any team.
For girls athletics across the state, because at the end of the day, Connor, we do all that extra work for who?
For the girls. Well, Gary said it was our last broadcast last week. I can officially say now that this one will be the last broadcast for W7 Productions of the 2020-2021 season. For Andy Scarda, for Gary Whipperman, and for myself, Connor DuBois, you've been watching W7 or listening to W7 Productions. Everything we do, 100% free, 100% live, and always, always, always for the girls. Signing off one final time from King Park, home of the UW Green Bay Phoenix, and now
state champion Mishicot Indians.
It's been a great one. We will see you back in the cot.